In the sporting, we're taking a look behind the scenes at some of the vast collection of the Buffalo History Museum.
And in particular, how they were able to solve an unknown story surrounding an entire building that was donated. It's quite a collection, but what you may not realize is that at any given time, there is less than 10% of the History Museum's overall collection on display. The figurative tip of the iceberg. So where is the bulk of the berg? It's here on Forest Avenue, the Buffalo History Museum's Resource Center. From muskets to memorabilia and everything in between. There's even an entire building in the collection.
You know, outside of our responsibility to share the collection and provide access to it, we also have to preserve it.
This little building has lived many lives, from garden shed to playhouse, but those lives were secondary to its place in Buffalo history.
Ann Werner from West Seneca, which was Gardenville at the time of the Pan Am, reached out and said, look, you know, I think I have a building from the Pan American Exposition.
That phone call came into the Buffalo and Erie County Historical Society in the spring of 1998. Current President Melissa Brown had just been hired by the museum to work on the Pan Am Exposition commemoration. So she was eager to find out the hidden history behind this potential donation. She first looked into the property where the building had spent the better part of a century. She found that there was a connection to one of the biggest Pan Am sponsors, the Simon Brewery.
They knew that the Simon family lived in that home. It was their summer home. So I knew the Simons had a display at the exposition. I knew they were really involved. So that held water. The building was not sitting on like a set foundation. So it did look like it had been moved, maybe. That also seemed plausible. So I went back to the archives and I was able to find an image of it.
This image of it sitting inside the West Amherst Street gate. So they had a sighting. The next question was, what was it? Ann Werner thought it might have been a ticket booth, but the exact purpose remained a mystery until about 10 years ago when another picture was found revealing the secret.
It was a souvenir concession. They sold commemorative Pan Am coins out of this little building.
So now the site and the purpose of the building was found. Next came restoring it. Luckily, Mrs. Werner's daughter was an experienced preservation architect, so she did the legwork and the research on what needed to be done and even sourced the proper materials, such as the roof tiles and the paint colors.
It was important to her and her daughter's story of growing up. They wanted to see, you know, the building preserved, and so it's a great little piece of the Pan Am that we still have.
Or big piece for that matter. Yeah. And by the way, the History Museum regularly offers events and behind-the-scenes tours of the Resource Center, including one next Tuesday. And you can check that out on their website for more information. We will also include a link within the story at WGRZ.com.
They're lucky they found those pictures so they could verify
what
the building was.
And I mean, scouring through all the pictures, it's just amazing detective work that went into verifying that that was actually from the Pan Am.
That was a cool story.
Thank you. All right.